It is currently 5 degrees here in Columbia, but those wind chill temperatures are making it feel a lot colder than that temperature will tell you. That wellness check brought them here to the 2400 block of Bentley Court, where investigators soon identified burned human remains. Maintenance of the hardwood floors would become much more difficult if roller skates were used on them. Not only would it get rid of the warranty that the city of Columbia has on them, annual finishes on the wood and sanding them once every 10 years may have to happen at about triple the pace. The budget still isn't over. It needs approval from Governor Parson, who actually vetoed more than $600 million in allotted spending from the 2023 fiscal year budget. It would become the third position within the Columbia and Boone County Public Health Department that's specifically set up to tackle the issues that the city is facing with supporting its unhoused population. Hendren and Robertson said that hatches on the backs of minivans and SUVs like this often sell for $800 a piece individually on the resale market. But when the glass is broken like it is here, they're not resellable.
Jefferson City Council approved a partnership between Cole County Law Enforcement and Jefferson City Medical First Responders. Good evening, everyone. I'm Evie Allen.
And I'm Emily Spain. Thanks for joining us tonight. KOMU's Nate Brenner shares an inside look at how a new integrated computer-aided dispatch system is bringing down response times. Nate.
Yeah, this new partnership is designed to eliminate an important step in the process of calling 911. Now, I spoke with the chief of the Cole County Emergency Medical Services, who told me that this represents a true leap forward. Now, he said that some responses come in under a minute after that call originally comes in. First responders know.
Cole County EMS, this Tom.
Time is of the essence.
We operate in a business that's measured by seconds.
When it comes to, life and death situations, seconds count.
That's why Jefferson City and Cole County authorities are teaming up to expedite the process.
Previously, Jefferson City would answer those 911 calls and create their own call for service. Those calls then would be transferred to EMS, where we would have to then repeat that process again because the information wouldn't be shared between the two centers.
1 week into the new partnership, authorities are seeing improvements.
Our communications operators have the duty of taking in the information and getting the first responder onto the scene as quickly as possible. When we transfer that over to EMS, it's incumbent upon them to start to triage what type of call they're supposed to handle.
Anything that they're doing on their screens is populating over here, and anything that we're doing is populating for them.
The coalition takes in 33,000 calls a year, but one at a time.
Anytime you can make emergency services response more efficient and quicker, it's a no-brainer.
Emergency crews are out the door faster. Cole County allocated $1.2 million in American Rescue Plan Act funds to integrate its first responder system with that of Jefferson City's. Reporting live in Jefferson City, Nate Brenner, KOMU 8 News.
Governor Parson signed House Bill 3020 into law today, which allocates more than $3.4 billion to organizations across the state. One of those is the Special Learning Center in Jefferson City. Its facility isn't big enough to serve all of the families seeking services for children with developmental disabilities. KOMU 8's Nate Brenner shares how the bill will help change that.
Governor Parson signed House Bill 3020 into law with a little help.
These are the fun days of being governor.
From kids who received help from the Special Learning Center in Jefferson City.
There's a lot of great examples in our community of kids that have came here and done great things.
Like Grady Dudenhofer. At 6 months old, Grady was diagnosed with Pompe disease, a rare muscle degenerative disorder.
Perfect. However far you think you can reach.
The doctors told us, he may never walk, he may never talk, we don't know. And I think that really scared me and my husband a lot.
That diagnosis introduced the Dudenhofer family to the Special Learning Center's First Steps program.
Good job.
I always try to tell my families, we're going to work on what we can do right now. Right now, this is what we can work on to help your child get stronger.
Grady faced challenges in learning motor skills like sitting independently and crawling.
He had to work so much harder to meet his milestones than what other kids his age would do.
But Grady isn't your normal kid.
Grady's always been so determined his whole life. You tell him no, he's going to prove you wrong.
Grady graduated from First Steps, returning to the Special Learning Center when it began outpatient therapy services in 2020.
Once Special Learning Center opened the outpatient, we immediately applied and got Grady in here.
I can play football, I can run faster, and then I can grow my muscles more.
Applicants quickly filled all the spots the Special Learning Center could offer.
For children with special needs, because it's very hard to find a place where you know that your child can get safe and adequate care. So to be able to expand our daycare program would be phenomenal.
We receive phone calls every day, and we physically do not have the space to take more children.
With financial backing from the state,
This is the foundation to build on it, and I hope we continue to use this for a model, and we can make this available to other organizations across the state.
a new facility can bring more miracles like Grady.
It can help a lot of kids.
Go Grady, go. The Special Learning Center is seeking funding in addition to the state's $3.5 million contribution to help build a state-of-the-art $7.7 million facility.
Back here in mid-Missouri, dozens of motorcycle riders came together to give one woman a ride to remember. KOMU 8's Nate Brenner is in the studio with more on how she scratched the top item off her bucket list. Nate.
Julie, Jefferson City resident Christy Pope always had hopes of one day taking a seat for a ride on a Harley-Davidson motorcycle after Pope recently received a diagnosis of terminal stage 4 cervical cancer. One Callaway County resident stepped up to organize Christy's ride of a lifetime. Lori Bernicke and Christy Pope began the day as strangers.
I don't actually know her. I've never met her.
But a Facebook exchange went beyond the screen, turning Pope's bucket list dream into a reality.
She put ride a Harley. I was like, well, hey, I ride a Harley. And she said that that was her #1 bucket list, was to be able to ride a Harley before she died.
Bernicke organized Christy's ride, inviting other community members to join the caravan.
It has kind of just exploded. Everybody shared and then shared and then shared, and it's kind of grown from a group of 8 of us to all of them that's behind us.
Placed on Facebook. It was an invite to come out and ride. Some of our chapter 5, and some other groups here in town got together to support.
And ride they did. All behind their captain.
It was amazing, better than I imagined. The support was amazing. Having everybody to ride with was awesome.
Creating a memory that will last forever.
It tells me that people want to be kind. That's what your life should be about, is being kind to others.
Now, Pope's mother said Christy only expected 8 bikes to show up. The actual total, 33. Pope told me her most important values are being kind and living life to the fullest. In the studio, Nate Brenner, KOMU 8 News.